Hi friends, thank you for joining me. This is Just a Little Homestead. My name is Wilma. Today we are going to be making bread, my very first attempt at homemade bread. I'm going to be going off of this recipe for Crusty Loaf, which takes about 4 hours of prep time, it says, and 45 minutes in the oven, 30 minutes in the oven. So this is the very first time that I've attempted to do this, so we're going to see if I can get this done correctly. I have all the ingredients here. Let me show you what I have. Okay, so we have the recipe here. It also wants active dry yeast, so I have that ready to cut open. I have my teaspoons, tablespoon, warm water. It said it wanted it at 110 degrees, so I've already microwaved it, and then I had to let it cool down a bit because I had it too hot. And then honey. Here I have my salt. Here it had to be non-iodized salt, so we're using that one. And this, no, this doesn't have anything to do with it. I am going to actually start a sourdough starter later today, so that's why I have this out along with that right there. So that'll be probably another video because that should take a few days. I think it takes like 7 days for the sourdough starter to be ready. So we'll see how that works, but I'll be doing a different video on that. So let's try to get everything in here now. All right, so first it's asking for warm water, which I have already microwaved to get warm and then let cool off a little bit down to 110 degrees. And then it wants a teaspoon of active dry yeast. So I have this little packet here. I don't think I need to use the whole packet, so I'm just going to get my teaspoon. And we will put 1 teaspoon's worth in here. So 1 teaspoon. All right. And a tablespoon of honey. So a tablespoon, my little bear of honey. If I knew how to eyeball this, I would do just that, but I don't. I'm not sure exactly what the honey is supposed to do. I don't know if I need honey in all my bread, in every bread I'm going to be making. Not sure. And then I have to stir gently and let this sit for a few minutes until the yeast becomes foamy. All right. And my napkin. And let's give this a stir. This looks very cloudy. And sit until yeast becomes foamy. Okay. All right, so now we have to wait. It's doing something. I'm not sure if y'all can see it right here in this light. But it was bubbling from the bottom. You can see all those little bubbles. At first it was just like this toward the edge where it was just cloudy and nothing. And then it started foaming. Well, not foaming, but bubbling. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. The yeast started bubbling. It became a little foamy. And now we need to add in our 3 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of non-iodized salt. So first, we will do the 3 cups of flour. One more. I need a much bigger container for this so I can put my hand in here. Okay, and then 2 teaspoons of non-iodized salt. Let me reach over here and grab my salt. So this is non-iodized salt here. Teaspoon, and I need 2 teaspoons. 2. All right. And then mix until wet dough ball forms. Then I have to cover and let rest at room temperature for 30 minutes. All right, let's see. It's already getting thick. Wonder if I'm using the wrong type of mixer to do this. I had a smaller version of this came with my sourdough kit, so I assumed I could use this one since I already had one, but it's bigger. But I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to use. Maybe I should get just a regular spoon. This is not really letting it form into a little ball. All right, give me a second. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Be kind to your mind. I was going to start the sourdough starter also after this in this video, but while I was waiting for this to foam up before I added the flour, I was going through the ingredients and it says it wants, what was it? Whole wheat flour, which I don't have. I don't think I've ever bought whole wheat flour before. So I need to run to the store after this, since this is going to be doing its thing for about 4 hours. I'm going to run to the store in the meantime and get some whole wheat flour. That way I can get that starter, the sourdough starter, started, because it takes about 7 days. Apparently I have to feed it every day. It's so weird. I really hope that it comes out good. Okay, so this is a little ball. See? It's a little dough ball. And when a wet dough ball forms, cover and let rest at room temperature for 30 minutes. Okay. So let me cover this. And we'll wait. All right, I got my little bonnet or a little cover, whatever they call it. So let's put this on here. Very cute. Now we wait 30 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, so with a wet hand, I'm supposed to do a couple of stretch and folds. So we're going to, if I'm doing this right, stretch and fold it. Okay, I'm ripping it. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. Stretch and fold. Okay. I hope I'm doing this correctly. Okay, and we're supposed to do just a few of these, and then have to let it sit again. It's very sticky. Stretch and fold. I'm going to do one more on the side. And then we have to recover it, I think, and wait another 30 minutes. All right, let me cover it after I wash my hand, and we'll be back. All right, it's been 30 minutes. My hand is wet. Let's do the last stretch and fold before we let it sit for 3 hours. Feels a little bit more firm than it did 30 minutes ago. It's still sticky, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna break apart so easily. All right, and then we let it sit for 3 hours, and then I get to cook it, and we'll have bread tonight. Now it's supposed to have some kind of bread smell to it. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, it's supposed to have some kind of bread smell to it, but I have not been able to smell since 2019 due to polyps that I had in my nose, and then I had surgery for it, and I never got my smell back even after the surgery. So I can't smell if this is good or not. Okay, so a couple more of these, and then we're gonna let it sit. All right, so I'm gonna wash my hands, cover it, and we'll be back in 3 hours. Okay, it's been 3 hours. Let's look at the progress. Oh my God, look at how nice. Okay, so I need to flour up this area here so we can get that rolled up. All right, let's get this rolled up. Look at all the air. See that? Can you see that? There we go. Okay. Let's put this on the surface. Oh, this is so cool. Some of it stayed in here. Do I need to scrape this out? so sticky. And while this was doing its thing, rising for the last 3 hours, I went to the store and I got the, what was it called, whole wheat flour that I needed. Look at this air bubble that I needed for the sourdough starter. So we will be doing that tonight. I'm going to start that. Okay, so I'm supposed to open it. And then I have to start folding it onto itself. Okay. So we're going to fold it up. Is this supposed to be this sticky? Assuming so. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me just start doing it like this. Feels so weird. Okay. This is so sticky. I hope I'm doing this correctly. Okay, in the videos that I watch, it does not look this sticky. Do I need more flour? Is that what's going on here? Maybe. I'm so sticky everywhere. Okay. I think I need more flour, but I need to wash my hands. I don't think this is right. I need flour. All right, give me a minute. Okay, clean, dry hands. I'm pretty sure I messed up somewhere. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so sticky. Let's hope it turns out okay. Okay, let me try flattening it again. Let me get some flour here. Okay, I probably have too much flour, but at least it's not sticky anymore. And I'm supposed to fold it onto itself like that. Okay, that looks like what I saw. Much better. Okay, so I guess I didn't have enough flour. There's a couple little air bubbles we're going to pop. This got so tiny compared to what it was whenever we pulled it out. Okay, so now I need to put it back in the bowl while the Dutch oven preheats. And this is supposed to rise a little bit more. So I have my parchment paper. It's going to stick back in here. All right, so this is going to go back in here. And it's supposed to rise for a little bit more. All right, whenever this finishes rising or the Dutch oven finishes, I will come back. Let me cover this up. All right, let's give it a few minutes. All right, let's get this in the oven. First, I need to make a slit on this. See if I'm doing this correctly. There's the slit. Let me get this in the Dutch oven. Okay, Dutch oven is out of the oven. Now let's throw this in here. And I need to get 2 or 3 ice cubes really quickly so I can put it under here. Very hot. Oh, okay. That is hot. All right, back in the oven. And then I will update y'all in 30 minutes. Okay, I just pulled this out of the Dutch oven. Now I have to get a temp. It has to be between 205 and 210. Perfect. And look at that. That looks so good. So now I have to let it cool for an hour and then we can enjoy it. This wasn't too bad. I'll probably be doing another one later in the week. All right, here it is. See if I can hear that. I always see people do that. So it sounds good. It looks so nice. Okay, we're all done with the bread. We haven't tried it yet. It's still cooling off about another 15-20 minutes maybe, and then we're gonna enjoy it. So I think it went pretty well for my first time making bread. Thank you for joining me on my little adventure of bread making. I will be starting the starter for the sourdough tomorrow. It's already very late, and I was doing this video plus the potato video at the same time, so you'll probably see that one as well whenever I upload that. So I am going to get ready and call it a day because I'm tired. So thank you again for joining me today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye, everybody. Thank you. One last look before I cut. It looks so pretty. This is a bread knife, right? Okay. Looks good. We rested for an hour. So now we're gonna try it.